This podcast includes content generated or significantly edited using artificial intelligence tools. All information is provided for general informational purposes only and reflects knowledge available at the time of publication. It does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice and reflects information available at the date of publication only. For specific legal or financial advice, please consult a qualified professional. Welcome to the Legal Tech Mastery Show, unlocking Windows 11 and AI for legal practice.
Today, we're really diving deep into some practical, actionable steps, things you can use right away for mastering file and information management, especially if you've got one of those new Microsoft Surface Pro 11 Copilot Plus PCs.
Right, those are the ones with the dedicated artificial intelligence or AI processing power built right in. It makes a real difference.
Exactly. Faster, more secure AI stuff happening right there on your device. So let's kick things off with, well, the basics, mastering the Windows 11 interface itself. The tabbed File Explorer, for instance, that's Control+T for a new tab. It really changes how you handle, say, multiple client documents. No more juggling separate windows constantly.
Right, you can flip between a brief, an exhibit, maybe an email.
Yeah.
Instantly. And don't forget the preview pane Alt+P for just quick glances at documents.
Super useful. And snap layouts for multitasking.
Oh, yeah, essential. Plus, those recent June 2025 updates, like the drag tray, make sharing files just a bit smoother.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting for legal professionals, I think. The secret sauce is that Snapdragon X Elite processor and its integrated neural processing unit, the NPU.
The NPU, right. Explain that a bit more.
Think of it like a dedicated AI brain right there on your computer chip. It's built specifically to handle AI tasks very, very efficiently, and crucially, on the device.
Okay, so not sending stuff to the cloud.
Exactly. This means you get secure, on-device semantic search. It can understand the context of your documents without your confidential client data ever leaving your machine.
Huge for privacy.
Absolutely. And it also speeds up things like real-time transcription and summarization during, say, client meetings. Again, keeping it all local and secure.
That on-device AI is definitely a powerful shift. So, okay, let's talk transition. A lot of folks might be coming from a Mac. How do you translate that, Mac muscle memory to Windows?
Good question. The foundation is really about discipline, I'd say. Establishing a clear hierarchical folder structure, maybe something like client name, then inside that, matter name.
Simple but effective.
And consistent file naming, like year, month, day, then maybe client matter, maybe version, .docs, for example. Just be consistent.
Makes searching way easier down the line.
Definitely. And what's fascinating here is how macOS tags kind of evolve in Windows. They become much more powerful metadata in the File Explorer's details view.
Metadata. So more structured information.
Exactly. You can add specific fields like case type, jurisdiction, date filed, really structured data. And those smart folders you might be used to on a Mac, they translate perfectly to dynamic auto-updating saved searches in Windows.
Right.
And a real benefit, customizing that details view, maybe using grouping. You could group files by type or by date modified. It gives you a much better sort of bird's eye view of complex case files.
Right. I can see how that would help manage large cases.
Yeah.
Now let's talk Microsoft 365. It's more than just Word and Excel, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's really an integrated platform, and honestly, it's built for profitability if you use it right.
How so? Like with Excel?
Yeah, Excel is great for tracking your key performance indicators, your KPIs. Things like client acquisition cost, or CAC, basically, what it costs you to bring in a new client.
Okay.
And client lifetime value, CLV, the total revenue you expect from a client over time, plus utilization rate or realization rate. These aren't scary, complex formulas. Simple calculations can give you really valuable insights into your practice's financial health.
So making data-driven decisions.
Precisely. And connecting that, think about Microsoft Whiteboard. It's a really solid, secure alternative to Apple's Freeform. It ties right into Teams and Azure Active Directory, so it's great for secure, collaborative diagramming or brainstorming.
Good point. And OneNote.
OneNote should become your central hub, especially with the new Copilot notebooks that came with the June 2025 Copilot Wave 2 release. It's your spot for case materials, meeting notes, and now AI-powered analysis right within your notes. Think Copilot helping draft citations in Word or summarizing email attachments in Outlook, real-time savers.
Okay, switching gears slightly, browser security. That's a big one.
Huge. And on these new ARM-based Surface devices, Microsoft Edge actually has an advantage. It runs natively, so it's faster and more efficient.
And the privacy features.
Yeah, crucial built-in stuff like tracking prevention and the ability to, stop it from automatically saving payment methods. Little things that make it a safer choice for handling sensitive legal work online.
Makes sense. What about cloud data strategy? OneDrive, Google Drive.
Right, you need a plan. OneDrive for Business is excellent for your core work. Secure sync, obviously, but critically, it has robust version history. That's your safety net if you accidentally overwrite something important in a legal document.
Essential.
And now there's also a native ARM64 Google Drive for desktop client. So if you have clients using Google Suite, collaboration is much smoother and more efficient. You can think of it as a smart strategy, your secure inner loop on OneDrive, and an efficient outer loop for client collaboration using Google Drive when needed.
Okay, inner loop, outer loop. I like that. Beyond the core Microsoft stuff, what other essential apps should lawyers consider installing for this AI-powered setup?
Well, for basic media, maybe Audacity for audio editing. It's free and powerful. OpenShot Video Editor is another good open source option for video.
Good standard tools.
Yeah.
And for practice management.
If you're using Clio, for example, its web platform works seamlessly. And they have new Outlook add-ins now for things like bulk email filing, plus automated workflows to streamline tasks.
Nice integrations.
And here's something quite innovative. Plod AI. It's interesting. It's a Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act that's HIPAA compliant tool. It combines a small hardware device with some powerful AI.
For what purpose?
To transcribe and summarize conversations like client meetings. It's designed to securely capture those discussions and help you pull out the key insights and action items automatically. Could really change how you handle meeting follow-ups.
Fascinating. Okay, let's tackle the big topic. Actually using AI, like large language models, LLMs, and navigating the regulations around them.
Yeah, the LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. The key is prompt engineering. How you ask the question makes all the difference.
So how do you prompt effectively?
Always start by sort of setting the scene for the AI. Identify your persona and context, like act as a senior associate. Then define the scenario, and finally, explain the task with precision. Be specific.
But the warnings still apply, right?
Yeah, absolutely critical. Cardinal rule number 1. Never input confidential client information into these public LLMs, ever. And rule number 2, always verify the output. Treat it as a first draft from a very junior, sometimes error-prone assistant.
God, verify everything. And the regulations. The EU AI Act.
Right, the European Union AI Act, that's regulation EU 2024/1689. It sets up a risk-based framework. The specific rules for what they call general purpose AI or GPAI models, those are currently set to come into force in August 2025.
August 2025, but maybe delays.
There is talk, yes, of a potential EU-level delay. Things are still moving. But what's interesting is seeing places like Luxembourg getting ahead. Their national implementation, Projet de Loi number 8476, is already providing a clearer roadmap for businesses there.
So what practical steps should firms be taking now?
I'd suggest starting with an AI inventory. Just figure out what AI tools are already being used, formally or informally. Then develop an internal AI usage policy, clear guidelines for your team. And definitely update your privacy policy to reflect how you might use AI, even for internal processes. Stay proactive.
Great advice. So to wrap up, this week we've really dug into the foundations of setting up your new Windows 11 environment, especially on these AI-capable machines. We covered file and info management, harnessing that on-device AI, getting the most out of Microsoft 365 for your practices, bottom line, and starting to navigate that complex AI regulatory landscape.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. What we're seeing in legal tech right now is this powerful trifecta happening all at once. You've got a hardware revolution with chips like the MPU, you've got this explosion in software intelligence, and you have this fundamental regulatory realignment with things like the AI Act. Understanding how those three forces interact, that gives your practice a real, durable, competitive advantage going forward.
This podcast includes content generated or significantly edited using artificial intelligence tools. All information is provided for general informational purposes only and reflects knowledge available at the time of publication. It does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice and reflects information available at the date of publication only. For specific legal or financial advice, please consult a qualified professional. Legal Tech Mastery. Hit subscribe and like.